welcome to Sapphire Spider Oracle. This is Mother Spider wishing you a happy belated Beltane May Day if you celebrate those holidays. Today's May 2nd when I'm recording this, so yesterday was Beltane, so if you celebrate that, happy holiday. If not, hope you at least just enjoyed the nice weather. Today's reading is for the full moon in Scorpio. And a little bit of a backstory onto why I'm kind of doing this time of year in May, April and May. On the flip side of the world, right, on the southern hemisphere, it's actually a Samhain season, Halloween season. And in the way that we always say that the veil is very thin, in Samhain season, I feel very much that it's the same phenomenon for us in the northern hemisphere here in May. So while the southern hemisphere is celebrating Halloween right now and honoring the dead, in May we are also experiencing the same like thinning of the veil. And I very much feel my ancestors around me at this time, very specifically my grandmother. And so that we're calling in your ancestors today for this full moon reading in Scorpio as well. And that's why I have chosen these decks. This is the Wildwood Tarot, and so this is the character within the tarot that is the ancestor, so very specifically why I chose that. And of course we have the mirroring elk on this one as well. So these are the decks we're going to be using to bring your ancestors in, and I like to keep my decks still in their boxes. It helps keep everything really nice and neat, right? So while I'm unpacking this, I don't know about you guys, but I have been experiencing a ton of ascension symptoms right now. Just every day I have ascension symptoms. I'm just going to pre-shuffle these for you. And ooh, oh hey, look, that one popped out, pre-shuffle. Haha. There's actually 3 cards there. But so specifically my symptoms have been in my third eye and my crown. I am a Reiki master as well, so I've been doing so much self-healing and just so much work right now, and the energies around my head, like, oh, everywhere, it's just so intense. And I brought some crystals in for us today too. Let's see if my smoky quartz will stay. There we go. And so anyway, when it comes to ascension symptoms, if you're feeling any, let me know what you're feeling. I also have been experiencing a ton of heart chakra phenomenon as well, and a lot of poking and twitching and feeling like little hands are kind of, you know, touching me every now and then and giving me downloads. I've been definitely having a lot of crazy dreams, pretty successful meditations. I've been working very much on raising my vibration because I feel like the world in general has been very dense lately. I'm also very empathic, so it's kind of rough right now processing all these energies. But and then all of a sudden, I've been planning to start this channel for a while, and I've been, I guess, kind of nervous, right? It's kind of nerve-wracking thinking about kind of coming out of your magical closet, right? So I've just been kind of sitting on this, and I finally just got the energy to do this. So we're gonna start your reading today, full moon in Scorpio, calling in our ancestors. I have already called mine in. I will, and I have already called in yours, but of course go ahead and call them in yourselves. And we're gonna start with your animal oracle deck. Just real quick, I really love this smoky quartz. It is just a really beautiful orb, and I sometimes treat it like a crystal ball because of that, because it's got these really nice like shapes in it and everything. So I don't know how sharp that is for you guys, but it is wonderful. One of my favorites. I'm an earth sign, I'm an empath, and I'm apparently very psychic, and I have gotten the message lately to really ground my energy. So all of the crystals I've brought into the space today are all about grounding and cleansing. Root chakra, we got a Shungite pyramid, I've got some rainbow obsidian sitting on your tarot deck, I've got that smoky quartz, and we got some lovely red jaspers. Okay, there it is, Libra. Wow, hang on, that's a lot of cards though. 4. Okay, well, you know what, Spirit, we're gonna take it today. Most of my other ones have only gotten like 1 or 2, so I'm just gonna slide this deck over here. Apparently, Libra, you have lots of spirit animals. So let's see what we've got now. Slide these over, slide these over. Ooh, really beautiful. Okay, okay, okay. This is about manifestation for you, Libra. All of these animals are here to speak to you about manifestation. Now, number one, we have 28 and 29. I do want to mention that these two came out for my Taurus reading. So if you're connected to a Taurus, maybe this is also their support coming in. So that being said, when I spoke to Taurus about these two animal spirits right here together, the frog and the giraffe, what I was saying is, number one, clearing out clutter. This beautiful green card is all about your heart space especially. And you see this little frog egg? That's like the potential hiding in a murky kind of pond, right? You got to clear out the clutter. And specifically, when we talk about manifestation, we talk about bringing your ideas into, you know, concrete reality. There's usually a phase where you have to clear stuff out of the way in order to make room for the blessings that are coming in. And if you haven't heard that before, then I highly, I would say recommend, but definitely, like, I have experienced this, and it's hard. It's a little bit hard to think about that. You might not even know where the clutter is inside your mind, inside your heart. Or it could also be physical reality too, if you need to kind of let some things go. This is telling you, you need to clear the clutter out first because you're working on manifestation, okay? These are like, this is like a 4-step process of manifestation. 28, that's a number 10. So that's like, usually that's an ending of a cycle, clearing out clutter. That's the ending of that cycle. So first we need to wrap up some things, right? Number 10, complete that, clear out that clutter. Then you move on to the number 29, which is your giraffe. And 29 reduces to an 11. This is the potential. That's that gateway. When we see the number 11, it looks like a doorway. And this is telling you to see the big picture. So this is telling you the potential is there, but what you need to do is raise your head up, look over the land, look at the bigger picture. You might be clinging to some details. You might be very stuck on some small things, and the giraffe has that height, which allows you to really look over the grander scope of things. So once you clear out the clutter, maybe you'll be able to see the bigger picture better, and possibly by then maybe your guides will be bringing in other things, other signs, right? And that's the other part. Clearing out the clutter just so you can see the bigger picture. That's an important 2 steps. And these numbers are 28 and 29, so that's progress. Those are your first 2 steps, and you got to take care of those. Then we move to 14, and this is interesting because in the tarot, this is usually temperance, frugality, patience, conservative things. But in the tarot deck over here that I have, the Wildwood, this is actually the card for balance, or that's the temperance card, balance. So this tells me not only act as if, but this tells me balance. So we went from clearing stuff out, that potential doorway of manifestation, balancing the energies, and that's where especially this message of act as if comes in. When we're trying to manifest something, number one, and I am currently experiencing this right now. When you are trying to manifest something, anything that is in your way to manifesting that is going to pop up into your field so that you can clear that, right? If you're not capable of recognizing these things popping up to instill fear in you, to make you back down from your intent, to make you challenge your goal, then you might really succumb to that fear, to that negativity. And when you do that, you don't manifest what you want. You manifest the negative side effects. This is act as if. Act as if you already have it. It's already here in your hand. Act as if you're this camouflage, right? If you're, and this tells me you're trying to transform into a new person, right? We're going from this green to this purple. You're transforming into wisdom. So you need to start acting as if. And it's not about pretending to be something you're not. It's acting as if you are already that person. And it's not even just acting, right? It's being. You need to start taking the actions to be that person. And sometimes there is a little bit of pretend in there, right? It's just like, It's the same thing as like putting on a suit to make yourself feel more professional, right? There are certain things that you need to do in order to make yourself feel more positive about the manifestation you're trying to build. So act as if you've already got that. You need to kind of put away some of these negative flags and triggers that might be popping up, because I feel like I don't want to always say like false flags, false triggers, but it is one of these things where it's like you are trying to manifest something, so any kind of little fear or doubt or complication is trying to rear its little head before the full moon, so that you can clear it out, so that when you get to that full moon you can see the big picture and finish this off. So 14, balance, act as if, start changing your skin, start changing your suit, start changing your behaviors and actions and choices. And lastly, we have this wonderful regal eagle spirit. And I love that the eagle spirit has a crown on, because it just kind of moves. So interesting, the frog has the stripe up the back. That's kind of like that kundalini. A giraffe has this beautiful mandala in its third eye area. So that's like seeing, right? Seeing that big picture. The chameleon's kind of got this like almost like a little Mayan Aztec headdress thing kind of going on. Lots of flowers, lots of green and purple, so a mixture of that heart and wisdom and love. Now we're here at this eagle, very regal. It has the crown, finally that wisdom, that crown chakra coming in. Spreading his wings, so it's like he's about to fly. He can take off, but he's very firmly rooted on the ground. This is a proud eagle, right? Holding its head up. Spirit has your back, and that's that final thing. And this is the other step of manifestation. So once you've cleared some stuff, once you see the bigger picture, you can set your goals. Then you start acting and changing your actions, behavior, patterns, so that you can achieve that goal, go after that goal. And this is your reminder, so that even when the doubt comes in, Spirit has your back. And you have to remember that. You cannot manifest things in life without Spirit coming through for that too. It's like that Trinity, whether you're a Christian or not. You've probably heard like Trinity things, right? You have to have the idea, you have to have the physical brick and mortar items to do it, and then you've got to have that inspiration, that Spirit that steps in. So 23, and also the number 5, so very much like man, the Vitruvian man, the pentacle, which is the 4 elements plus the 5th element of spirit, so earth, fire, wind, water, spirit, right? So this is definitely like a little map to completion for you, a little map to manifestation. So let's open up our tarot then. Let's just see what Spirit's got for us. I don't like to look at my card. Oh, hey, oh, okay, this one came out sideways, but I'm going to take it upright. Clear out the clutter. Holding on to some heartbreak. Holding on to some jealousy, envy. This is definitely, yeah. This is traditionally 3 of swords, 3 of arrows in this deck. You can just kind of see it's a bleeding heart target with the fire coming out of it. Very much, yeah, if this is up in your heart space, you gotta clear this out. Gotta clear this out. There's negativity, and that's what you don't want to breed. You don't want that to brew, so you've got to clear that out. What else, Spirit? Lots of arrows. You're very much up in your mind space, Libra. And Libra, you're an air sign anyway, so it seems like you're very much in your element, but not necessarily in a positive way. You're very much on this jealousy thing, and sometimes jealousy isn't even the right word, right? I very much feel like envy's the word. Your mind, you're not letting your mind get a rest. And also in quarantine right now, I'm having a hard time with my sleep patterns too. So to see this 4 of arrows, beautiful card. The other way I received this too is often telling me about like dreams, because he's sleeping. And this is a beautiful butterfly, so metamorphosis, transformation. That's what happens when we rest, right? We recover, we recuperate. It's a transformation cycle in a sense. So, but this also to me is like a beautiful little dream. he's sleeping, it's rest. But this is in reverse, so your mind is not resting. It's just going, going, going. And maybe you're not actually getting sleep. Maybe you're losing some sleep over this situation. If not, you're literally just running around in your head over it. And then we have the Nine of Arrows coming out, which is dedication. When this card comes out for me, it's like asking me the question of like, what are you devoted to? What are you dedicated to? And that's a lot harder to answer than we think sometimes, right? I really love this because this is more of like she's playing the bow as an instrument, and therefore her arrows are harmoniously flying out to where she wants to go. She's very dedicated to using her tool. She's very dedicated to sending these arrows out into the world. She's focused. She's not paying attention to anything else, you know, like, and it kind of looks like she's looking down too. It's like she's so good at what she's doing that she almost doesn't even have to look at it anymore, right? So maybe that's something to pay attention to. She's got some like leaves on her cloak, very much, and she's got like feathers in her hair. She's very much in her moment. This is the focus that you're looking for. This is where you're at. But this is where we need to get to, right? And maybe that requires some dedication to meditation, focus, a skill, practicing something, expressing your dedication and devotion. However, that being said, yeah, this makes sense. That being said, you have the Queen of Vessels upside down. This is a salmon. In the positive way, you know, Queen of Cups, basically, very beautiful, emotional energy, emotionally mature, feminine energy, flowing energy, sympathy, empathy. And salmon are very resilient and very strong, right? They swim upstream. So that's the thing. It's about the emotional resilience of like, I will fight for you no matter what. So taking that in reverse, this is alternatively self-sacrifice to the point where you're harming yourself. And that's exactly where I think maybe you are so wrapped up in your mind and you're not seeing that what's actually happening is you're sacrificing a lot of your time and energy and space and emotions, especially your emotions. You are sacrificing a lot of this stuff for maybe somebody who doesn't deserve it. And I keep saying that, and then I'll say at this time. Spirit keeps telling me saying at this time. So everybody's got somebody that seems right now it's like not at this time. So you're sacrificing yourself a lot for something that doesn't feel that awesome. And you need to stop. You need to find the focus in your mind space first, because I think that's your strongest way of getting back to things. But then you need to recognize where you're sacrificing yourself and your emotions, because what's happening is it's causing you to not make decisions. You're sitting on this like teeter-totter fence top. You've got your two paths. You're on fire trying to figure out what to do, but you're not making a decision, and it's because you're still here. Give me something else on this Three of Arrows, Spirit. Just maybe like one more card. The Page of Bows. Now this did come out upright. When I get this card, so it's technically Wands, fire energy, Page of Wands. So maybe some news is coming in. Maybe you received some news that made you start feeling like this, or maybe you're waiting on news to arrive. And this, receiving this in the upright, tells me that it should arrive. This card specifically represents someone who it talks about the arrival of strange or unsettling news. It doesn't necessarily say negative, it just says like strange or unsettling news. It also talks about dreams. It talks about secrets. It talks about being passionate and kind of just following that passion, right? But then it has very much to do with these kind of mysterious things like secrets, strangers appearing out of nowhere with maybe some messages for you. So maybe you need to keep your eyes peeled for a spirit messenger in a sense. And considering we're calling in your ancestors, this is them telling you there's somebody that's going to come into your world, and they're going to say something that either kind of sets this off, or they appear after this sets off and they are there to kind of maybe help rebalance some stuff. Let's get one more card on that, because they're in the upright, so it doesn't feel like that person's necessarily the that's too many, Spirit. Come on now. It just feels like they're not necessarily like, it doesn't feel like that's the person. That's that major arcana. There we go. That's the final card, y'all. You're not focused. I pulled this for that page. The page this is technically the Chariot in a traditional tarot. This is the Archer. This is Artemis energy. This is the Hunter. I feel like this is a woman here. Like who I'm reading for is a woman. But so, and if not, then you're just a masculine that's kind of connecting with that today. But Artemis energy, Virgin Huntress energy, Protector, but she's very, very, very focused. I love this card. This is all about focusing that intention and then firing off. So here we go. Let's move this bad boy down. I'm just going to throw it kind of over here for a second. I'm going to put her up here. Straighten up my space for you guys. So this connects to these. All about intention. And here's your pathway to intention. Clear out the clutter. See the bigger picture. Act as if Spirit has your back. Aim. You need to aim. Take time to aim. Focus your intention and you will manifest what you want. But right now, you're manifesting a bunch of this. And you're manifesting a bunch of this because you're not giving your mind a rest, and you need to find your dedication first. You're sacrificing too much of your energy. You're not making decisions, so you're very much stuck. Ding, 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 like through this space, right? Pay attention to people around you. They might have words of wisdom, and it might come as a surprise out of nowhere, right? It's not like they're just going to know your situation. It might literally just be some advice that comes in. Songs, dreams, anything like that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Stag. This is Justice. The double-edged sword, the double-edged axe comes in to apply justice wherever it may need to be applied, right? And he's got that double-edged axe, swings both ways. So if you are feeling an injustice from somebody, if somebody put you in this space, don't worry. Like, that's saying, like, they will have their side of the axe to face too, but you're facing your side right now. Whatever the cause of this was, this is the other side. And people don't like to say like, oh, pain is justice. It's not like that. It's more of like, remember that justice is all about balance. Sometimes we have to be put in pain so we can figure out a new skill of how to heal ourselves. That's part of the balance. Think about Star Wars, how everyone says that Anakin Skywalker is supposed to balance the Force. The way he balances the Force is by becoming bad, having 2 children who therefore come back 20-something years later and balance the Force, right? This is all about balance. This is all about both sides getting that equal cutting and healing and everything. So I think you got lots of stuff moving for you on this Scorpio full moon Libra, but this is telling you to clean out some stuff, because if you want to manifest the positive, you need to follow those steps. All right, that's what I've got for you today, Libra. If this resonated with you, like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. This is a brand new channel. I need all the love and support I can get, and I will do my best to give you love and support back. I'm working on a website, and as soon as I have that available, I will start personal readings and everything. And yeah, go check out my video from Pluto retrograde as well. You might find some interesting topics in there as well. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys later.